From immigration worries, let's now move to an extraordinary success story because one Indian origin CEO has just received praise from the White House. Every once in a while, a success story reminds us how far the Indian community has come on the global stage. Today, Indian origin professionals are not just working inside America's biggest companies, they are leading them, making billion-dollar decisions, creating thousands of jobs, and influencing the future of global technology. Well, one such leader is Sanjay Mehrotra, the chairman, president, and the CEO of Micron Technology. Now, recently, his company announced a $250 million investment to help create long-term saving account for children across the US. This whole initiative supports a new program known as Trump Account, designed to help families build financial security for the next generation. This announcement, it received public praise from the US President, Mr. Donald Trump, who described it as one of the biggest corporate investment of its kind. Now think about this. Years ago, Sanjay Mehrotra left India with a dream. Today, he's leading one of America's most important semiconductor companies, and now his company is investing not only in technology but also in the future of American children. Here, Micron says the program will support employees' family by matching contribution for children and providing seed funding in several American states wherever the company operates. But this announcement is about much more than money here. It suggests another powerful message that Indian origin leaders are now playing an important role in shaping America's economy. Semiconductors, artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, these are the industries that will define the future. And Indian origin executives are helping lead them to transform. Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra's journey, it also reflects the larger story of Indian diaspora. Across America, thousands of Indian professionals have quietly worked their way into leadership positions through education, through innovation, and years of dedication. And this particular success, it is now visible across some of the world's biggest companies. It also reminds young Indians that global success, it is still possible, but success demands patience, hard work, and ability to keep adapting as industries keep on changing. Because today's global economy rewards those who never stops learning. And speaking of remarkable Indian origin professionals, ladies and gentlemen, our next story is about a lawyer who made one serious mistake, lost everything, and then that person fought his way back through the court. For years, one belief, it has quietly spread across many immigrant families living in America. If your child is born in the United States, everything will eventually become okay. Many people believe that once their American-born child turns 21, the parent automatically receives a green card. It sounds simple, it sounds logical, but according to immigration experts, this is not how the law actually works. Ladies and gentlemen, a recent explanation of the US immigration rules makes it kind of clear that birthright citizenship certainly benefits the child, and it does not automatically legalize the immigration status of undocumented parents. Even if the child becomes an adult and files a petition for the parents, the whole process depends on how the parent originally entered the US. Those who entered illegally, they may still face major legal barriers, including leaving the country and possible long-term re-entry bans. And this is where thousands of Indian families find themselves trapped. Can you imagine spending 20 years in America, working, raising your children, building a home, watching your children grow as American citizens, but still living every single day without a permanent legal status? And that uncertainty never really truly disappears. Well, here many immigration lawyers say that one of the biggest misunderstandings, it is believing that an American-born child automatically protects the undocumented parents from deportation. Unfortunately, that is not as simple as you think. Every immigration case, it is different. The way somebody entered America, how long they stayed, in fact, whether they overstayed a legal visa or crossed the border illegally, all these factors can completely change the outcome. Well, for some families, even applying for legal status, it can become too risky because leaving America to complete paperwork, it may trigger long-term bans on returning. And that is why many undocumented families continue living in constant uncertainty instead of applying immediately. In fact, recent court decisions have protected birthright citizenship, That is certainly good news for children born in America, but immigration experts say that parents should not assume that those rulings automatically solve their own legal problems. For Indians who are living abroad, this particular story it carries one important lesson. Immigration law is often far more complicated than social media posts or online rumors that is suggested to you. Well, before making any major decision, professional legal advice that becomes extremely important because one mistake can affect an entire family's future here.